Hi everyone, I'm back. Sorry about the abrupt departure. Of course, I didn't get to my phone in time. I left my phone downstairs, but my Fitbit alerted me that it was ringing and it was a local number. So I don't know. It's probably not about my cousin. Anyway, and I tried to return the call and I keep getting a busy signal. So I'll try again in a little bit. So anyway, I put Mod Podge on the back cover, which is just plain. I didn't add anything to it. It's like a paper covered, very thick cardboard is the cover. And so I wanted to protect it and make it like the front anyway, so I just put Mod Podge on it. So I am finishing up this envelope that I had started earlier in the day. It is wallpaper. My friend Cindy had sent me a Happy Mail in this envelope that she made out of wallpaper. I cut it down and cut off the ends that were sealed and just made it a little smaller. And then where the labels and things were, I stitched on just some collage pieces. I ran into some trouble doing that because the envelope had been taped together, and so I was stitching through tape. So I did run into some trouble, so I ended up, for some of the pieces, just stitching around the edges. I used kind of a cool stitch that kind of looks like a radio signal. I stitched around the edges and then just glued the pieces on, so that's what this is. I'm going to glue this on now. And then this will go into the middle of the smash book. I have to say, the weird thing is, when the last batch of smash books that I made, I asked if anyone wanted them to let me know. And it seemed like everybody and their mother wanted one. I had to tell people that they were already claimed, because they got claimed pretty fast. Except for the travel journal. Nobody claimed that one, but I listed it, and that was the first one to get picked up and sold. So I thought, well, I'm not going to take orders. I'm not going to do reservations for these. And now I have 2 sitting in my shop. I've listed 4 so far, but 2 of them are still in my shop. So I don't really understand, but that's okay. Maybe you just like the first ones better. And I have one more to make. This one is claimed. And I have one more to make after this one, which is with the farmer's market. This page was a little bit long. The farmer's market paper. So hopefully somebody's going to want that. I have a mermaid one and the flower garden one in the shop. This one sticks out a little bit too. I did put my pages in order, but I just saw something that I think I don't want together. I have a few that are double-sided, so I tried to space them out. And my coloring book pages. But these 2 are both, they both have a little bit of the gloss to them, and I don't want them right together like that. And I don't really want 2 front and back ones together. Try to space them out. Put this in here. All right, that's put together. I have my envelope, and let's see what elements I have to add. I have these pieces from the Old Curiosity Shop from Graphic 45. That's what that is. I have these tickets that were printables. Somebody sent me this playing card, which is awesome. So so I added it to my Steampunk file so I wouldn't forget about it. Just some bits and pieces from some paper pads. I have this old book cover, which I thought was cool. Vintage Radio. It's a paperback cover. I have this that I can cut up. And some of these Tim Holtz things I might want to cut up with the top-hatted men, or bicycles and goggles and stuff like that. I also have, I got a bunch of scraps. I've got some books, pages from books about trains. Look at all these scraps that I have. There's gears. These are from previous books that I've made, leftovers. That's a good one. So yeah, I've got a lot of things I can make pockets with and stuff. And some book pages. I do want to add some book pages. So I think I'll add this guy because he's pretty cool. This was back in the Victorian age when mechanization was first starting to come in, and this was a book about London. And people were afraid of mechanization, so this says The Demon, which is destroying the people. That's the name of this cartoon. Cartoon of 1882 propounds Frankenstein theory of mechanization. Workers are doomed to be replaced by robots. Some of these pages don't belong in here. This belongs with my medieval stuff. Some of it is just masculine pages for masculine books. I'll add, oh, that's the back of that book cover. Maybe I'll put that one in. That's from that same book about London. Sherlock Holmes. Okay, and maybe this one. I have a variety of plastic pockets. This is a 12 by 12, but I have some smaller ones with zippers and things that I got from Amazon, and I store themed things in these, so I have a collection of them in the other room. So this was my Steampunk folder. So let's just get started on these pages. Envelope in there. Okay, now I've got my cutoffs. Now this is a horse. It's an iron horse, which is a reference to the railroad, of course, but that looks steampunk, doesn't it? Maybe I'll make a little journal card out of that. And I have all my offcuts here that I can make pockets and such with. So I think I have plenty to work with, and I thought I didn't have enough steampunk stuff. Now this page is in here because her first initial is A, the one who wants this book. And I did round all of the corners on these pages because the cover has rounded corners. This is the corner that needs to be rounded. I want to add something else to that. Yeah, guess not. I'll use them for something else. Maybe just a, well, actually I don't think I want to because I don't want to cover up those butterflies. So let's just glue this on. I have a lot of stuff, I'm just not too sure what I want to do with it. Those goggles right there. This is Tim Holtz. I think it's the French industrial paper. This page is not as wide, so I'm going to add a tab in there because it won't be sticking out and getting bent. I think I'll add a eyelet to it just to make it look a little industrial. I'm gonna have to make noise to do that because the way I do it is with a hammer. I don't do well with the big white thing. But this is very easy for me. Got all my eyelets in here. I want one that'll show up. I'm going to use, those are bigger. Yeah, I'm going to use one of these. They're square. They're kind of cool. Which means I think I have to get my bigger ones. This one, I'll just take this off and put on the one with the bigger hole. That looks too big. Yeah. I'll stick with this hole and hope it's big enough. So, please excuse the noise you're about to hear. Oh, here it is. It's just a tiny bit small, but I pushed it through and it worked. So now I'll set this part down into the part that extends up and pound again. There. Just keep that right under my table. I used to use it a lot more than I do now. But I like eyelets. I should use them more. Get glue on both edges. Just put a little bulb pin in there for now. Maybe I'll find a charm dangle to hang on it. Going to put that on as a little place to journal. This is from EK Success. Don't know if it's available anymore. I've had it a long time. I'm not sure, but I think EK Success is a part of K & Company, but I may be wrong about that. Oh, I didn't do any Cricut cuts for this yet either. One evening while I was watching YouTube videos, I had taken my booklets for my Cricut cartridges downstairs, and I went through them and made note of which images I wanted to use for which books, so I already have it. Well, that doesn't even show up very well against that pig print, but that's okay. So all I have to do is go in the other room where the Cricut is set up and make those cuts. So I'll make sure I leave some room for more pockets and stuff. I'm just going to go get my stapler. This is the one I use when I pack orders, when I staple something on, but I think the one that I use in here ended up downstairs and I keep forgetting to bring it up. Well, it was actually cool this morning. I loved it. It's hot now, but it was cool. I went to the flea market and I was actually cool. The vendors had coats on, jackets on, and some of them were cold. One lady had a blanket on her lap. Oops. Let's put the hats right side up. So I didn't mind that at all. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put it on that side. Oh well. I have a lot of stamps I can use too. Get some of those. Another thing I have is I have Steampunk Voyage from Ephemera's Vintage Garden printed, so I could use some of these cards and envelopes and things. I can use this light bulb, some of these gentlemen, Exploration, imagination. This is a Tim Holtz set from Stampers Anonymous, and it's called Noble Gent. Well, where'd my laboratory stamps go? It must be in my basket of vintage stamps. Got a balloon in here. It's used in steampunk images. There they are. I have my laboratory stamps. And these stamps are really cool. I might have enough stuff that I don't need to cut out Cricut stuff for this one. I'm going to start right out with that one. Oh, I didn't tell you what I did. Right when I finished that other video, I turned the video off and tried to get to my phone. When I came back up, I picked up my little cup of Mod Podge so I could pour it back into the bottle, and I dropped it. And it spilled all over my pants and my carpet. I cleaned it up as best I could. My pants are soaking in the tub. Don't worry, I put other ones on. This carpet will probably, whoever buys this house will probably want to replace the carpet anyway. Because right here, where I'm sitting, I have a chair on wheels, which is bad for a carpet, and it gets little bits of adhesive, and I don't know, it's not very nice right here where I'm sitting when it's a light colored carpet too. I would never choose to put a carpet in a craft room, but I took it the way it came. That looks cool. I want to try this one. Actually, I'll stamp this one first, I think. That's cool. Okay. I love this page. Some keys on there. Thought I was going to be watching my granddaughter tonight. Oh, forgot what I'm doing. Punch this edge. So my son could get an extra shift at work, but it's next Monday that he needs me to do that. So I have more time to do this than I thought. I have a mess to clean up too. My whole house is a mess because I'm so busy doing this stuff that I don't pick things up. And I am at the same time trying to get stuff ready to put in my shop. So my dining room table is covered in stacks of vintage book pages that I'm getting ready to put in the shop. I did list the bird pages, but I'm gonna delete that video and do a new video because while I was straightening up in here, I found another couple of books that I need to include in that. Alright, so I think I am going to go see what Cricut images I'm going to use, and I don't want to go any further without checking that out. And we'll go from there. See you soon. Bye-bye.